I am back to read some books that I don't think I'm gonna like. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jules, and in this video I am going to be reading books outside of my comfort zone. I have selected 2 books that I think I'm just not going to like, but that other people have raved about. So we're gonna see if I enjoy these books or not. So I'm going to be reading 2 books for this vlog. So one of the books I'm going to be picking up is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I think I didn't want to pick this up because I don't love the cover and I don't like the title. So like nothing about this book is screaming, please read me. So I have several friends that really like this book. Recently, Gwen has mentioned that it's her favorite book. So, I mean, I'm gonna check it out. We'll see. The other book I'm gonna pick up is Shark Heart, a love story by Emily Habeck. The premise of this book just sounds dumb. But again, so many people have mentioned that they like it. I'm going to read these books and we're going to see what happens. So the first one I'm going to start with is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. So let's see what it's about. I don't even know what this book is about. On a bitter cold day in the December of his junior year at Harvard, Sam Masser exits a subway car and sees, amid the hordes of people waiting on the platform, Sadie Green. He calls her name. For a moment she pretends she hasn't heard him, but then she turns and a game begins. A legendary collaboration that will launch them to stardom. These friends, intimate since childhood, borrow money, beg favors, and before even graduating college, they have created their first blockbuster, Ichigo. Is that how you say that? I don't know. Overnight, the world is theirs. Not even 25 years old, Sam and Sadie are brilliant, successful, and rich, but these qualities won't protect them from their own creative ambitions or the betrayals of their hearts. So, yeah. I'll be back when I have some thoughts on this. Hello, it's Sunday. I'm back with an update. Hang on. My dog is aggressively drinking water. So let's I'm back. I'm only 86 pages in and I am bored to death. We're following Sadie and Sam, and it starts off with Sadie at a children's hospital with her sister. Her sister has cancer, so she's just finding time because she's there a lot. So she goes to, like, they have like an arcade room, and there's a young boy who's in the hospital as well. He is playing a game. She sits down and just starts watching him, and that is Sam. Sam is in the hospital because he has a crushed foot, like broke it in like 28 places or something, and has to have all these surgeries, and it's literally just a non-functional foot at this point. So that's why he's there. And so we just follow along with them. Sadie keeps coming back to the hospital, and then even like after her sister is out, she still wants to go to the hospital to play games with Sam. She signs up to do like community service. So she has a paper log that she goes, and so the time that she has spent at the hospital with him, she gets credit for. And her grandma tells her, have you told Sam that that's what you're doing while you're going there? And she hasn't, so she doesn't tell Sam that, you know, that's what she's doing. She's getting, you know, credit for coming and spending time with him, even though she wants to come spend time with him. She's not just doing it, you know, for the community service. She wants to come spend time with him, but she doesn't tell him, and he finds out, and he gets mad, calls her a bad name, and says he never wants to talk to her again. 6 years later, Sam sees Sadie on the streets, like to get like on a subway, I guess, I don't know. Calls out to her, and you know, they say hi, whatever, and then they don't really talk, but she's like, oh, it's good to see you. And because like, and it kind of bounces back and forth between when they were kids and when they're current. And basically this is about them programming games, which I find entirely boring. Like, I just have no interest whatsoever. Like, I like games. I like gaming. I like arcade. I like video games. I like all that. The behind the scenes part of it, no. I don't care. Like, I know that's important to some people and it's intriguing to some people, and it takes a lot of smarts and time to code and program that, but that is boring to me. Like, I just don't care. So I don't know if I'm going to finish this or not. I'm going to give this to maybe about 100, 120 pages. I'm at like 20% in right now. So this video could be really short. Anyway, I'm about to make some protein donuts and listen to this some more, and I guess we will just see what happens. Good morning. It's Monday. I had to put a hat on because it is raining buckets out here, and I'm gonna run to the supplement store and get a free t-shirt if they still have them, because they are giving away for 4th of July t-shirts. So me and my daughter are about to go run there and see if they have any left. I'm hoping with it raining that people didn't get out and get them. Anyway, really quick update on this. I got to 47% in. And honestly, I was like cleaning the house while I was listening to it, so I wasn't really focusing on it because it was not that exciting. I took my bookmark out because I was planning on DNFing this. I might. So for now, I'm putting this down, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this book and see if I'm gonna see if I can finish this and then go back to that if it's enough of a break to not DNF that. We'll see. This is really hard to read. It's like super light on this color. Let me get my eyeballs adjusted again. It says, for Louis and Ren, their first year of marriage is also their last. A few weeks after their wedding, Louis receives a rare diagnosis. He will retain most of his consciousness, memories, and intellect, but his physical body will gradually turn into a great white shark. As Louis develops the features and impulses of one of the most predatory creatures in the ocean, his complicated artist's heart struggles to make peace with his unfulfilled dreams. At first, Ren internally resists her husband's fate. Is there a way for them to be together after Louis changes? Then, a glimpse of his developing carnivorous nature activates long represented memories for Ren, whose story alternates between her childhood living on a houseboat in Oklahoma, her time with a college ex-girlfriend, and her unusual friendship with a woman pregnant with twin birds. Woven throughout this bold novel is the story of Ren's mother, Angela, who became pregnant with Ren at 15 in an abusive relationship amid her parents' crumbling marriage. In the present, all of Ren's grief eventually collides, and she is forced to make an impossible choice. I mean, I'll be back with some thoughts. Hi, friends. I figured I should come and give you an update before I finish this book and don't give you any updates at all. I have an awful headache today. Like, my head just feels like it wants to explode. So I'm going to do this before I get off work and go take a nap for like 2 hours probably. So this book is okay. I am flying through it though, because literally some of these pages have like that is all that's on a lot of these pages. So, I mean, while this book is over 400 pages, it's just not that. It's just not that long because, you know, there's hardly any words on these pages. So the first half of the book is literally Louis and Ren finding out that he has this mutation. I would love to pronounce it for you, but I really cannot because it's Carcharodon carcharias, which is a great white shark mutation. But that is not the only mutation. So apparently there is some type of chondrichthyes mutations. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. Like, I have the audio for this, but I can't even say these. So There is, sorry guys, I just rubbed my head. It's killing me. So there's some type of mutation that is obviously, it's an animal mutation. So it's obviously common in this world that we're in. The science behind it is not really explained. We don't really know why people have this or where it comes from. It's just people have it. So like it's mentioned, it's sending Ren to like a support group for family members that have people in their family that have these mutations, and how to help them while their family members transition into these animals. So like somebody mentioned her husband was a zebra. So there's a lady who did not even want to have kids, who is pregnant with birds, the 2 birds. She has twin baby birds in her. So Ren meets the pregnant baby bird lady at like a swimming pool, and she sees this pregnant lady there, and she's a very graceful swimmer and she's really good at it. And so she goes all the time, eventually ends up striking up a conversation with her and talks with her about it. And so this lady is basically, she's like, I didn't even want kids and now I have these baby birds. So, but she's like accepted that she is probably going to die when she has these baby birds. Because like, how are they going to be delivered? Okay, anyway. So it just goes along his journey of his changes and his mood changing, as well as his physical features changing. Like the way he ended up going to the doctor about it is because something like on his nose felt like it was like not broken, it didn't hurt, but it was like loose, like the cartilage was loose and was flattening, and then his teeth were falling out and they were sharp teeth. So he goes, gets all these tests done. He's basically diagnosed with this. They had just gotten married, so this was found out within like a few months, and his whole transition, they say, could maybe be like 10 months. So they're literally going to be starting a marriage and ending a marriage all within like a year. And basically he's going to have to go into the ocean because he can't live with the humans. So, and we don't know how much of his mind is going to be completely gone, but he's losing the sight of color and recognizing like faces and things. And so he's not going to remember them. It's a painful process, I guess, like the way his legs and everything bones are breaking and shifting and transforming into a shark body. So, so we go through that, and up to the process, like I said, I got to like 50% and he was already ready to go to the ocean. So now we're at the part where he's gone, she's by herself, and it's traveling back to when her mother was a teenager. So I don't know where this is going. In the beginning of this book, there were little flashbacks of her when she was a kid. So basically her mom was like not a good mother and was not taking care of herself, or was taking care of Ren. So I guess now we're going back to what her mom went through as a young pregnant teenager, and like maybe the traumas that she had that is like being portrayed onto her. So this is where we're at. So again, this is not a book that I've been like, yes, I want to read this. So obviously I don't hate it, but it's weird. That's all the updates I have right now. I'm probably not going to update again until I finish this. So, and I'm still not thrilled about having to pick tomorrow back up. So I'm back with my thoughts on this. The last update I had said that we were going back to Ren's mom when she was a teenager. So her mom obviously got pregnant with her when she was young, like 15. And so it goes through her relationship with the guy she's with, which was kind of toxic. There's not really a way for me to tell you this without spoiling. Okay, so this is a spoiler. I'm not going to spoil it specifically, but if you're going to read this book and you don't want any spoilers, just skip ahead. So her mother found out that she has the gene, the animal mutation gene. Hi, this is Editing Julie, coming at you with an update because I don't know what happened to some of my footage. I had apparently paused and recorded, but I'm not sure if I maybe just didn't know that I paused and I hit stop instead of pause, and here we are. So it left off when I was editing. I'm seeing that I left off where it said that it went back to when her mom found out that her mom, we were at a spoiler part, found out that her mom, honestly, it's been a minute since I've read this, so we went back to Ren's mother. Ren's mother's name is Angela. So Angela ends up meeting an older guy who has a boathouse, falls hard for this older guy, stays with him, and ends up pregnant. Her parents are like, no, you're not having a baby. She leaves. She stays with the guy in the boathouse. He was like super great until he wasn't. Mentally abusive, physically abusive. She did end up getting a job while she was pregnant because they needed the money. So she made some friends through that. He ends up leaving. So then she's a single mother. And when Ren is very little, the mom finds out that she has this animal mutation. But the kind she has can take, like it said, 20 years for her to completely change. Whereas Ren's husband's was like really fast, like a 10-month one. So Ren grows up with a mother who, by the time Ren is in like high school, strange things are happening. The mom's checking out, like mentally not helping do anything, not taking care of her because she can't. And so then Ren leaves for college and just kind of never sees her mom, and her mom stops taking care of herself because she can't take care of herself because she's changing into this animal. Not only did Ren lose her mother to this animal mutation, but now she's lost her husband to this animal mutation. So there's another little part that I can't say because it would be too spoilery. So it does go back to Lewis's point of view after he's changed, where he's the shark, but he also still has his human like thoughts and memories. So he meets somebody else that has this same mutation gene as him that was once human and is now not. And so they are chilling in the ocean together. So we kind of follow him a little bit on his journey as a shark. This book was just so weird. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. So I gave this 2 stars, and now back to the regular scheduled programming of where I was at in the video updating for tomorrow, which I also feel like I may have lost some clips of, but it is what it is. Hot Mess Express. I warned you guys. Hello. I'm back with a final update on tomorrow. I did not DNF the book, so that was good. I will say that it's definitely not the book for me. While I wasn't as bored as I was kind of at the beginning, you know, it kind of bounced around a lot between different things and doesn't really give you a headway into like where you're at. There were times that I was like, when is this? So where I continued at, I had mentioned that there seemed to be like romantic feelings in there between the friends. I don't want to say with who because I don't want to like spoil that, but so there was a hate crime that happened. This may be a spoiler, so jump ahead a little bit if you don't want a spoiler. Somebody got hurt, which did result in their death. So one of the friends has died. I'm not going to tell you who, but that caused one of the other friends to basically go into a rabbit hole of depression and like just check out. Didn't care about anything, didn't do anything, just cut themselves off from the company, the friends, everything, just shut down. So it just kind of goes through that, like them navigating their lives without each other and like what they're doing. And the part that I was kind of confused about is that all of a sudden I was like, you were like in a game. So I was reading like we were watching someone play a game. So the person's in this game and it's telling the story about what they're doing in this game. That's what we were at. So we're in this story for a while. And then you find out, I don't know if I want to give that away. Let's just say there was a portion of the time that we were just basically hearing a story of how this game being in this game. I don't know how else to say it without giving it away. And that part was okay. It wasn't horrible. I mean, it was okay. I could tell, I knew it was a game, that they were in a game, playing a game. But, I don't know. It's not a happy love story, for sure. But it's just a lot of navigating life through challenges. So if you're a gamer or you have an interest in programming of games, things like that, this book, you would probably love this book. It is basically a group of friends. It is following their basically life from when the two kids met in the hospital as young kids. It follows them along their journey through college and young adulthood and all their relationships, whether it be with each other or with other people, and all their strains and everything that they go through, with some gaming and programming mixed in. That's what it is. Anyway, so I did not have a fantastic time with this read, but I did finish it. Ultimately, I gave it a 2-star. It's kind of more of a 2.5 because there were some parts in it that were interesting. And I didn't, at first, like the first 20% of the book, I thought I was going to DNF it for sure. But I just kept with it. I took a break, read the other book, went back to it, and then the second half was not that bad. So since I don't do half stars, it's getting a 2-star. So both of the books I read, Tomorrow, and Shark Heart, both got 2 stars for me. I knew I would not like these books, and I was accurate. So I apologize to anybody out there who loved these books. Gwen. But they just weren't for me. So that is it for this reading vlog. You know my thoughts. Now you know I do not like these books. Until my next video, friends, be yourself, be awesome, be kind.